Hello YouTube and welcome to an episode of The Forest Let's Play by Scarecrow, coming to you from our brand new Let's Play channel, Romeo and Video Games. Now this is just going to be me, there's nobody else with me right now. My friend Panda Shark, who is also going to be using this video or this channel with me, is not here right now. He's doing some personal stuff before we get started doing these videos, so I figured I'd just try to put out some videos in the meantime. Get used to commentating on YouTube, because it's not as easy as it would seem, guys. Alright. Let me just clear off with my laptop, and let's get started. Alright, now, if you guys don't know what the forest is, it's the best way to explain it to you, if you know what Rust is, very similar to that. It's a survival game. It starts out like you'll see in a little bit. I don't want to ruin it for you, but if you haven't seen it, but it's a very good game. It just came out with a brand new update that kind of expanded on it a little bit. And I am terrible at the game. The update kind of helped me a little bit because it allows you to block with the axe, which you couldn't do before. But it's helped me in my last couple attempts to try to get started and play a little bit for you guys, so I don't look like a total buffoon playing this. But God knows that I'm gonna look awful playing this. Alright, so yeah, you're on a plane. Doesn't really tell you much about your character, you know, just kinda on a plane, and that little dude over there, he's your son. Doesn't really give you much story exposition so far. It's mostly about survival. The story hasn't really come into play yet. Hopefully that'll come in later, but the plane is obviously being ripped apart. This is not good. Nobody ever wants to be in a plane going down. And if you have a fear of that, I'd say that you probably should watch this video or play this game. I'll just let you guys soak this in for a minute, if you don't know what's happening. Basically, he's a bad guy and he's taking your son after the plane crash. And we later find out that they're cannibals. I don't know if that just spoiled it for you guys, but yeah, they eat people. It's never really explicitly said, but once you come out here, you can see bodies hanging out and stuff like that. I'm just going to grab as much stuff as I can here because, you know, who doesn't want to rock? Alright. And like I said, guys, this is my very first video of all time doing any kind of Let's Play. So please bear with me if it's unacceptable by your guys' standards. Because I'm nowhere near where, like, Markiplier, Game Grumps, or any of the other Let's Players are. But yeah, basically you want to just gather up as much stuff as you can, because why wouldn't you in a survival situation? Come over here, grab some stuff. More stuff. Ooh. And these are Komodo dragons, which, you guessed it, is for food. Now, I don't know if I can carry 2 at a time. That would be fantastic if I could catch one. Or 2. It says I can't carry any more raw lizards, but I did pick it up, so hopefully I picked it up. Alright, just grab some sticks. Now, the game starts out with a plane crash, like you guys just saw, but it's completely random on the map where you turn up, or where you crash. Obviously this time I am around this wooded swamp area. I've never actually spawned over here that I know of by this camp, and it doesn't look like there's anything here that I can use. I wish you could take the tent. That would be a very, very easy way to set up camp, but you can't. You have to build it all by the woods and trees around you. Everything here is interactable. You can cut down these tiny trees for sticks. You can cut down these large trees for logs. But yeah, you crash. It's randomly generated. You could be next to one of the cannibals' camps, which is a very bad situation to be in, or you could spawn completely away from them, which I have never had the luck of having, so I don't know if that's true or not. And that's why the game's in alpha. Still a great game though. It looks fantastic, it handles fantastic, everything about it is fantastic. Very good for a game in alpha. And I've actually been here before. I tried to set up camp on that island, and I ended up having to pause the game to go do something, and it just, I died. The game doesn't pause when you hit escape. It keeps going no matter what happens. So just try to power through, hold your P, keep the mason jar beside you if you have to, because there's no stopping once you start, unless you already have a camp and you can save. Now I'm just gonna chop down these trees so I can get a camp going over there. And you're wondering why I'm only chopping one side of the tree down? It's because they're two separate trees. That's also probably something that's going to be fixed later on in the updates, but you know, I get an awesome amount of logs here for cutting down trees really close. And I don't have to, you know, chop down a lot. Just get out the way here. Alright, just let these logs sit here. Yeah, when the tree falls, it automatically breaks into logs, which not so realistic, but for, like I said, for an alpha, it's a great way to start out. Now, this is also something about being an alpha. You can see your hands going through the logs, and it may sound like I'm ragging on this game a lot, but I'm just trying to come up with things to say. Like I said, this is the very first video I've ever done. I'm recording this just talking about random stuff, and there is no story here, so the whole video is about me playing and me commentating. So I'll try to do the best I can with this. But yeah, overall this game is definitely fantastic. It's hard because the most nights I've ever survived is 5. Sounded a lot worse than what it was. Nope, don't roll down those hills. Now I'm going to go ahead, open up tutorial to survive. Put up a camp here, pick up the logs, and I'll use all my sticks and rocks that I collected earlier. Now I just need 2 more sticks and 6 more logs. And these are also berries for food. I think these are edible, but I'll check in the guide later. Everything's in the guide, which is what I just pulled up using B, since I'm on PC, if you guys didn't already know. Most of the games I'm going to be playing, Scarecrow myself, is going to be on PC. That's the only system I have, while Panda Shark actually has an Xbox One, and he's looking to get a Dazzle to record it, or something like that, to record his gameplay. So hopefully he'll get that soon so he can start sharing some videos with you guys, and we'll, you know, switch back and forth. Like, I'll go play a game on the Xbox One with him sometimes. He'll come over play on the PC with me. But that'll be mostly during summer because I actually go to school down in Florida. I'm from North Carolina, and so is Panda Shark. So we're both friends from high school, and we're in college now. And so, you know, we can't do a lot of dual recording because we both go to college, just in separate states. And it's a 10-hour drive, so as much as we'd love to make videos, a 10-hour drive to make 1 or 2 videos just wouldn't be worth it economy-wise. You know, I just couldn't afford that because I try not to have a job during college. But I'll definitely try to upload videos. Like, we'll have solo videos of us playing, hopefully, throughout college. Yeah, but it's a beautiful game overall. I wish I could go to the mountain, but it's actually off limits right now. The game producer hasn't actually put it in yet. You can still see it out there, but it's just not interactable, which is very disappointing. As you'll see, yep, following area not available in this build. Hopefully it'll come in the next update. I forgot when the next update is. You guys can go back to the beginning of the video and check on that for me. Or I might die and have to recheck it again, which hopefully won't happen, but this game has been very cruel to me. Alright. Yeah, what the cannibals do is they don't just stay in their camp either. They ooh, sounded nasty. But the cannibals don't just stay in their camp. They send out patrols of 3, I believe. Usually 1 woman and 2 guys, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, yeah, they send them out, and you'll run into them, and you can actually kill them, though it is very, very hard to. They go down after a good couple of axe swings, and by a good couple, I mean a lot. And once they're down, you actually have to execute them by slamming the axe into the ground, like I did back at the tree when I was cutting it down. That's the only way to actually kill them, because I think with this new update, if I'm not mistaken, the enemies will drag the wounded back to their camp and heal them again, and they'll probably come back after me. So if that happens, I'm screwed beyond belief. I have to ditch camp or like set up walls. I don't know if there's any actual other weapons that I can build yet, like a bow and arrow. I haven't gotten there yet. I haven't gotten past making a couple fires and a short, small camp. I did make a sailboat once, a small sail raft actually, but the game kind of bugged out on me and it flipped the raft over, so I just kind of stood on it out here in the middle of the lake. And the reason why you need one is because there's an ocean, and that's probably the best place to camp food-wise, because you got all the fish swimming about, and like the trees are right by it too, so if you find a nice safe place to camp out, then I definitely advise going there. I'm just familiar with this area and I've tried it before, and I feel like it would have worked out for me if I didn't have the game paused. But the only reason I wouldn't advise camping on the beach, especially for your beginning playthroughs, is because of just the vast amount of patrols that like to walk on the beach. That's a fun fact about cannibals that you guys probably don't know. They enjoy eating people, being violent, and long walks on the beach. And it screws any young players over. And by young, I don't mean age-wise, I just mean experience-wise. And I think, yep, these are my last 2 logs, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and drop these here and try to find sticks. Sounds like it's coming from... Oh, alright, sorry about that. Just thought I saw some cannibals running off in the woods. Your eyes start to see things after you die a lot of times, and you don't want to let down people watching your videos. Now, I've got sticks, and now I need to get logs, and then I'll have my first camp, well, the first building ready. I want to get, like, some fires so I can cook the lizard that I actually have, because I don't think I have... Oh, I do have, snacks. I haven't had snacks in forever. I also have a flashlight. That's nice. Because at night, it's terrifying. You have to use a lighter most of the times. Yep, there they are. I don't know if you guys could see them off in the distance there, but there were 3 of them running past that little stick in those trees, running off into the distance. Hopefully they didn't see me. If they did, they'll probably go back and alert everybody, but I don't think they did. I think I'm safe for now, because I'm kind of backed into a corner since I can't go towards the mountain. That was lightning. That's also a little bit of alpha build there for you. But it looks a lot better than it did before the update. Before the update, everything just turned blue instead of just having blue streaks, so he's making advances. I don't know actually how big of a studio, and there you go. That's the first hut you make. Very small. It's just a hunter's hut. I think that's the name of it. But yeah, sleep here to save energy, or fill your energy and save the game. And it gives you a home icon, so you can always see it no matter where you go. But like I was saying before, you know, you just... I don't know how big the studio is to actually who's actually making this. It might be a one-man team. If it is, that's incredible. It might be a small amount of guys. But yeah, it's overall a very good game. This is just very nice. And it seems pretty boring right now because I haven't run into anybody except for over there. And that's actually really happy for me, personally. May not be happy for you guys. You guys probably want to watch me suffer and fail a little bit. But I'm going to do my best not to. So I'm going to come over here, get some leaves and sticks so I can make fires. Pop back the cold one. And by cold one, I mean soda. Because it fills up your energy. Everybody needs energy. I'll pick up some rocks. I'm going to make a fire pit to cook. To cook that lizard so I can eat it. And then I'll end up sleeping, actually. So that way I can go ahead and advance to the next day. Sticks. You can also make effigies out of the cannibals' bodies, which is fantastically terrifying. They I don't know if they actually get scared off from them or if it's just a show of your insanity, but it's definitely something that's interesting to this game. Because you actually have to kill, I think it's, yeah, you have to kill 3 people because you need 3 heads. There are bodies laying about that you can chop up. I think there are 2. That's how I made my first effigy in my game, but I don't think it scared them off. I think it might have actually provoked them. So, I don't know how that effigies actually work, but it's a nice little feature that's in the game. And I can show you guys a picture once I'm done building my campfire here. Wish you could sprint in the water or like swim faster. But it's a good game. Alright, sticks. What am I doing? Oh yeah. Here we go. Alright, click to place fire, but I don't want to build that fire. That's just a small, simple fire. Alright, berries. Edible. Yeah, they've got the little crowns. 2 black balls are bad. And that's not racist. The book says it. I'm going to build a fire pit. I guess I ate some berries too. And I need more rocks. I think there are some rocks, yep, on the island. I just need 1 more. Yes. Sweet. Sweet. Now I'm gonna light that. And I actually don't know how the cooking system works in this game. I know I've burnt a ton of fish, a ton of lizards before, which helped accelerate my death and starvation. But it turns out these berries are edible. So I'm just going to fill up on them. And I think that's it for the day. Alright? I don't know how long this video has been. I forgot to set up a timer beforehand. So hopefully it's not too long and hopefully it's not too short. I know it was kind of boring for you guys, but it is only day 1. There are more days to come and much more excitement to come. Alright guys, thank you for checking out my first solo video on Romeo and video games, and I hope to see you guys back here soon.